call me Quick Fix Joe.
I guess it's working again, huh?
Yep, kicking some butt.
Hey, boo.
You crazy, you crazy.
Did you guys like that opening?
You crazy.
It reminded me of something out of Austin Powers. Joe's back there watering his orange tree, right? And I'm like, the pressure is big and everything. And I'm like, oh, this is a good start to the video.
That's a good pressure. See that pressure?
Okay, baby, this is your channel, so do your introduction.
Hello, people. Joe here. This is my lovely wife, Barbara.
Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Barbara from the Bear Pantry Show. Joe and I are partners over at that channel where we do cooking, and now we're doing lifestyle and all that stuff, right?
Right.
So today we wanted to do a follow-up video on the video that Joe posted last when he told you guys that he had suffered a very scary bladder infection. All right, so Joe was fine. His the volume of his urine was fine, the pressure was fine, till he just woke up one morning and he was burning. And so he had fevers all that day. So the next day we got an appointment to take him in. They diagnosed him with the bladder infection, right? I asked them at that time, did they suspect anything to do with the prostate? They said no. They're still saying no, but they didn't test your PSA, right? That's like a blood test, I think, that they do to check that level or something. If it's on the rise, then something's wrong with the prostate. Huh?
They take some blood tests the other day, just a week before.
But that wasn't a part of it. That was cholesterol,
okay.
Sugar, your kidney, your liver function, stuff like that. That didn't have anything to do with that. They have checked his prostate manually different times since you jumped 50. And I'm not trying to buy problems, guys, but I'm the kind of person that I believe in prevention is better than the cure, right?
Right.
And we should all keep thinking that way. Joe, do you think we need to get our glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's stop for a minute and let's run to go get our sunglasses because we're squinting. Hold on. Fire's there?
Get me a hot too because my head is burning. Yeah, guys, I mean, don't be afraid to or be ashamed to talk about what kind, if you got the sickness, and I mean, don't be afraid of talk about it. Just talk about it. I mean, sickness could happen to anybody, so don't worry about it. You know, talk about it. That's the only way you could get help. My wife called her friend.
Yeah, I sure did. This is a friend that I've known since I was 12 years old, and he's like Joe's age. I think he's 1 year older than Joe,
I thought
right?
it was like 2 years.
No, his birthday is the day after yours. He's
Oh, okay.
October 13th,
Okay.
but he's 1 year older than you. So he's going to be 67 October and you're going to be 66.
Okay.
He's still our neighbor in Belize. He's very wise. He's an archaeologist. He's a biologist. He's pretty smart. He's pretty smart, yeah. So he told us, don't play no games with this, you know, Babs, because them doctors can tell you anything. But when a man becomes a particular age, especially above 50, he needs to take supplements to take care of his prostate. So even if they don't suspect that has anything to do with it, you act like that has something to do with it and you get these supplements. Because they can only benefit, they're not going to harm. And he says, if you don't believe me, go ahead and Google it. Which is we bought it right away. Because I trusted him, so we bought it right away. But I Googled while the things were on their way, right? So,
No, I was telling just earlier before you show up. I was telling these guys, don't be ashamed to say what's wrong with you. I said that's the only way you could get help. You know?
So that's why we say call in all men. And even if you're out there doing the most, you're out there doing unprotected stuff and blah blah blah, don't be ashamed of that. Tell the doctor the truth. They're there to help you, you know what I mean? So anyways, the first one he said to buy, because he said his dad had issues in his 60s with his prostate, and he told him then to take these things, but he didn't take it. So in his 80s, that did him in. And Joe's dad just passed like what, 8 months ago, due to issues with the prostate too.
But they find that out when he was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, when he was in his late 80s. But we don't want to get there. I find we want you to live to be 100 and healthy.
I mean, he lived what, 91?
Which is still good. And that man never ate a vegetable in his life. Did that man ever even eat a tomato?
No, as far as I know.
And that's not even a real vegetable, that's a fruit, right? So the first thing he said was the saw palmetto. You guys Google this, please, please, please Google it when you buy it and stuff to know how to take it. This bottle comes with 100 capsules, but I looked up different things on Google, and one report said it's good to take for like up to 3 years. And then another report said don't take it past 30 days. So definitely we're going to make an appointment with the doctor and have her guide us with this too, because some of these supplements, even though they're not prescription medicine, they give you side effects and they might interact with the medicines you were taking. Joe's not taking any medicines right now except for Flonase. Huh?
That's why I'm waiting until I finish all the doctor
All the
medicine.
antibiotics and stuff. So they wanted Joe to switch from the antibiotic that he was taking to Cipro, but my sister swears from all heaven that Cipro affected her to the point of giving her some type of brain damage, and that causes her anxiety and depression. I read the pamphlet. We asked the doctor what could Cipro do, and they're like, well, we don't know about all that, but you know, anything can happen with these medications. But what it can do, because Joe's above 60, is mess up your what, Joe? Your ligaments, your tendons, his tendons. And they said specifically the Achilles tendon. And you need that to walk. And Joe's the kind of person that loves to exercise. Like, we've walked several times this week in our town, and earlier this week we took a bike ride. And so my stipulation for Joe is that he has to find his biker shorts or buy a new one, because that comes with padding in there, and that is supposed to protect your prostate. You like to ride the bike without that.
I know.
So until he finds that, we're not going back on the bike. But child, when we went on the bike recently, what
My
happened?
problem, I still think I'm young.
We went on the bike recently, and we were having a great time till we came up upon some broken glass on the pathway. And even though we walked the bike through the broken glass, Joe's tire still got a flat. On the way back, we had to walk 3/4 of a mile in the dead heat. That was horrible. So now we're going to walk early, but we went back on the bike maybe tomorrow. We'll see what's happening.
I'm going too far. Maybe I do it maybe 7 miles. and see
For
what-
meaning 3.5 miles out and 3.5
going
miles
too
back.
far.
So it says that this can interact with blood thinners. You got to let the dentist know that you're on this when you go to the dentist, yada yada. You guys do your due diligence and go Google this stuff, and Google several reports, not just one report. That's what we've done. So I want to read really quickly what it says about saw palmetto. Oh, I have written things here. It says 5 things that it can do, Joe. Prevent hair loss, which Joe doesn't care about that anymore because bald head is in anyways. Improve urinary tract function. Support prostate health. Decrease inflammation and regulate testosterone. So I would have to check to see if saw palmetto is good for women or if it's only good for men. I'm thinking it's mostly for men because of what it says about the prostate, but who knows? I didn't Google all of that yet, all right? But I just know that you have to be careful with this. This is 100 capsules, but he's gonna take 30 days worth, and then we're gonna rest for 30 days. And then start back again for another 30 days. So the next thing that my friend suggested was pumpkin seed oil. My God, this is a miracle in a bottle. Let me show you what the capsules look like. They're soft gel capsules. You're supposed to take 3 1 lick for the day, right? I want to read a few things that it says here. It's good for women too because it improves everything to do with hot flashes and menopause, and especially in post-menopausal women. Then it says here, research concluded that pumpkin seed oil and saw palmetto oils are safe and effective alternative treatment for BPH. That has something to do with the prostate. An earlier study found that pumpkin seed oil could block certain types of prostate growth. That happens a lot in men over 50. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's prostate cancer. It's just that the prostate becomes enlarged. That's a gland, you know. It becomes enlarged, and then it causes issues with your bladder and your urinary
Why
tract.
does it come in like just because you're getting older, your body getting weaker?
Yeah, I
or
think
something?
it has to do with hormones, like testosterone depletes. Remember we went to our health food guy the other day, Joe, and he said that even as young men in their 20s, the testosterone starts to decrease each year.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true because as you get older, you're not the same person you used to be when you were younger. That's true.
And it says that the pumpkin seed oil could block certain types of prostate growth. The study looked at rats induced with testosterone and the alpha blocker drug prazosin. So they kind of match it against a drug. In past study, for example, A past study, for example, found that 2,000 mgs PSO supplement taken over 12 weeks. How much mgs you have here? 3,000. This says 2,000. So he's taking 3,000. May reduce symptoms like headaches, hot flashes. Oh, this is for women. And it's even better than other oils or wheat germs. So that part's for women. Let's see if we found another part for men. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so it cuts down on that enlarged prostate thing. So when we first bought the pumpkin seed oil, we bought this dropper here by mistake, not knowing that this is for external use only. It's for your skin and your hair, and it says that it promotes hair growth up to 30%, Joel, for men and women. And when you put it on your skin, it's supposed to rehydrate the skin and just really just make it healthy. So I started to use it immediately. I didn't waste no time.
I started too, folks.
3 drops in the palm of my hand, rub it all over my face and my neck especially, and then I put the remnants on the back of my hands because I do a cooking show, so I want my hands to look good forever, right?
See, I started, look at me.
Ooh.
You started.
Oh, the light is shining. Ooh, ooh.
You know, I told people that I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna ugly away. But if I use this thing, the prettiness gonna come back. So.
And that means you're gonna live forever. Because the uglier you get, the closer you are to death, right? See, you're gonna live forever. So we didn't send this back. It has no smell. It's thick, and when you put it on, you're not left looking greasy. You're glowing. I think my skin's glowing right now because even though my skin doesn't look bad because I have a magnifying mirror that I look at, sometimes under the eyes look bad. It looks like dry and wrinkled and dehydrated and old and no.
I got one spot in my head. I'm gonna test it right here and see if it's going.
That's the same spot I'm testing.
Test it right here. When you look, you see gonna pop up like what you call it? What you call it? Remember that show with that?
Woody Woodpecker?
No, remember those little.
What? The Smurfs?
The Stooges. Yeah, those 3 little, 3 white kids and a little black kid.
Alfalfa?
Alfalfa, yes, it is.
Then the next one he told us was lycopene. Lycopene is what gives tomatoes and grapefruit their color. It's really good for you, but if you're doing tomatoes, you have to cook it. So I think them Italian that eat a lot of tomato sauce in their stuff might be healthy, huh, Joe? Them Italian men. Yeah, so lycopene is very good for you. Let's see what it says here. It says that lycopene, one of the major carotenoids in tomatoes, has been pre-clinically and clinically used for obesity and type 2 diabetes. Wow.
What that?
It could help you lose weight, babe.
What,
well,
this?
me, huh? Lycopene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it helps fight type 2 diabetes. You know, Joe was at the border.
How many milligrams does it take about?
This says 50. I don't know what it says here.
It said 50. Yeah.
But Joe was at the, no, this says 50. It didn't say anything in here.
Okay.
Okay, Joe was at the border. Well, he's still at the border for type 2 diabetes, but he's doing a lot better because he started at 6.4 for the A1C, and then it went down to 6.2, and then it went down to 6.0. He has to get it underneath 5.6 to no longer be considered as type 2 pre-diabetes. You're not diabetic, but pre, right? So also men, watch your sugar intake, because to me it seems like when men get older, if they used to drink and stuff, they stop drinking, right? But they start eating more sugar. That's what I've noticed with Joe. He hasn't drank not even a beer since 2009, but he likes sugary things now. I want my powder bun every Friday. Go make me some cake. Go make me a cookie. Go this, go that. We can't do that. Right, boo?
Why?
Because we don't want no problem. Okay, lycopene is a plant nutrient that gives fruits like tomatoes and grapefruit their color. We just said that. It has been linked to improved heart health, sunburn prevention, and protection against certain cancers. Wow, that stuff is good for you guys. Make sure that you're taking these supplements. Now, did we do our disclaimer already? If we did do the disclaimer before, because we started this video a couple of times dealing with the elements, we are not doctors. We don't play one on YouTube. We don't even profess to know everything that there is to know about these things. I went on the sole trust of my friend who I've known since I was 12, and he said that Joe and all the men above 50 that we know need to be on these 3 supplements. The saw palmetto, I need to find out more information from the doctor about this. How long should he be taking it? yada yada, before I can give you more information. I'm already telling you what we's gonna do. He's gonna take it 30 days and rest 30 days and then get back on again, right? But these he's gonna continue because these don't seem to have the same warnings that this one has. So this video is called Calling All Men, right? And some of the women too, because some of the stuff is good for the women. It seems like the pumpkin seed oil and the lycopene is really good for women too. You know, women suffer a lot of urinary tract infections because of the genetic makeup of our bodies, but they say it's very rare for men to get it. So that's why I delved more. I want you to have perfect health. I want you to have perfect health, you that are watching, because you have a lot of people that watch you from the bushes, Joe, and you don't know how much a blessing you can be. If we kept this information to ourselves, who would benefit from that but us? That's selfish, right? Right?
That's why don't be ashamed if you get sick or whatever. If you got cancer, you got this. Why be ashamed? I mean, this is everyday life. This happens to anybody, anytime. So all you got to do is try be smart and try to take care of yourself.
And I don't like when other people shame people because they're sick. You know, sickness belongs to everybody. Anybody can get sick with anything. You see all them stars out there, Joe? A lot of them are fighting a whole bunch of different things. Like Celine Dion is fighting stiff person syndrome. I didn't even know what that was, right? A lot of stars out there have lupus. They have, what else? Arthritis. They have all the common things that bother common people like us. Like I think Kim Kardashian has psoriasis. That's the skin thing. They have stuff that's wrong with them, but they don't talk about it.
Look at Jamie Foxx.
We still don't know what's wrong with Jamie Foxx.
But I see him the other day. I mean, he looked drawn. The eye looked like it's way sinking in and all that kind of stuff.
He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So I hope that this video was a blessing to you guys as we find out more about these supplements, and if we have to add new things, if we have to come off of one of these things, we're going to come back and make another video and tell you, right? You have anything you want to wrap up with, baby?
That's about it as far as I know.
Well, just go ahead and wrap up the show then.
Okay, folks, thank you all for spending the time with us so we could tell you about what happened to me and all that stuff. So thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for subscribe, like, and share my video, folks. So thank you guys.
All right.
Getting a little bit better now, huh?